God or Sasquatch, watch till the end. And but I stated this has been enjoying a recent social media mode because a lot of people are posting this like as if it's recent, but it's not. There was some people on YouTube have pointed out that this is actually from a couple of years ago. They pointed out that here's the original video right here on this channel. But there's a lot of questions after watching this. There's some strange aspects to it, and I don't know what to say about it. But I'll just play the video. It's 3.5 minutes long. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here, and the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me, and I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw. Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name? Going on. Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name just is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down.
Sorry.
Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades, and they're doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him. I think I'm gonna bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down just because they're mad. My God, look at the tree he just freaking broke in half. So the guy seems, in this video, Jeff, I'm assuming that's the person who filmed it, the name of the person who runs the YouTube channel. It seems absolutely mystified by what's happening, doesn't understand what's going on. And I could understand why, because, you know, that entire, it doesn't seem like it was just one tree shaking. It looks like there was a couple of trees shaking. And it's not, it couldn't have been because of, you know, there's trees that get old and fall down sometimes. That's not the case. I can't explain this. I just can't explain. I'm going to play this little section in slow motion. You'll see. Look up in this area up here. Right up here. You'll see some movement. Look at right there. There's something moving back. Like, I don't know if that's a branch or what. I can't figure out what I'm looking at here. Let me go back again. To me, right? Is it possible that this is some sort of a creature, like it's similar to the Vegas incident where there are cloaking technology? There's cloaking, because there's no other real explanation here, folks. There really isn't. Check this out again. Here it is, up in this area. Here, you'll see it right there. What's that moving? And it's down here too. Like, I can't explain that. I don't know what to say about that. Back it up again. Check it out again. Pause it right here. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like this could be a branch, but it looks like if it's a branch that's bent down, it's bent down very far, and then all of a sudden it just pops back up into place, like something's behind it. And this is very high up in these trees, in these branches, for something to be up there, and something that to shake it that badly. But I can't explain what's going on here or what I'm looking at. Look at it. See, it almost looks like it's invisible, whatever it is. Like something is moving this via invisible means. Is there something invisible in the trees and you can't see it, and it's stepping on branches, and that's what's popping up? Or is that something else here? I can't figure this out, folks. I've been looking at it for the last couple of days, and I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know how, if this was some sort of a hoax. I don't think it is. What is it? Why? What kind of a hoax is it? I mean, were there cables here or wires connected to the tree that we can't see that somebody was pulling on? I'm not sure if I believe that. Something was causing this tree to shake like this. I mean, parts of it fall down, as you see in that video. But in this one section where he shines the flashlight up high in the trees, it looks like in this area here, like there's something moving. I'll go back and forth here again so you can check it out. Like, I can't tell what it is. But it's very strange. I have no explanation for it. Looks like something could be stepping on something, or is it something invisible that we're looking at? I don't know. I don't know what the explanation is for this. I just don't know. But I thought it was very interesting and definitely something worthy of sharing. Right here. There it goes. Like this is the part here. You see this whatever this is moving. There's movement here. And it just, what was causing that? If it is a branch, what was causing that branch to be pulled down that far and then to snap it back into place like that? Is it something stepping around on these branches that caused that, or are we seeing something invisible here? Because I think that's a possibility. I'm just going to go through this again, because I looked at this I don't know how many times. Like, you see something in this area moving too. It's almost like similar to what Jan McAbee described, that what she saw back in 2010 in Ohio. Jan McAbee, the wife of the late Bruce McAbee, while she was out bow hunting, she said she saw something sitting in the tree, and it looked like it was covered in saran wrap, and you couldn't see it properly. It was like a cloaked predator type of creature moving from one tree to another. Is that what we might be seeing here? Because what explains? I mean, here, like in this area here, you look in this area right here, and in this area up here, like something's happening. Let me rewind it one more time. I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. But snaps back up into place. What is that? What's going on here? Very strange. Very, very strange. And I have no explanation for it. This looks like a job for Scott Roeder, crime scene reconstruction expert. But however, I'm not even sure if he's going to be able to make a determination on this. I don't think there's enough information in this video. However, I think it would be prudent to try to get a hold of this person, Jeff, and see what more he can provide for us. What more information can he provide for us with regards to this? Now, if you look at his website, his YouTube channel, he writes this. He says, "This happened to me when I was headed to fish at an apartment lake around 11 p.m. Approximately 30 seconds after I quit videoing, the entire tree popped so loud and then fell, and he got out of there." That's what he says.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Business owners, meet Progressive Insurance. They make it easy to get discounts on commercial auto insurance and find coverages to grow with your business. Quote as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Membership means more with American Express Business Gold. Earn 4 times membership rewards.
Extremely strange. Now, some other channels that have been looking at this pointed out that it looks like there could be an entity on the ground. You can see what looks like might be eyes. Now, I looked at that and I'm not sure you can say that because it's so far away. It's very fleeting and I don't know. But anyway, here's what they're talking about. Here it is. They're saying. This is what they're saying. They say they see eyes. They said something could have been standing down below the tree, like maybe an alien entity. But I don't know. There's not enough information there to say one way or the other what that is. It could be reflectors or something. I mean, we just don't know. I can't really say for sure. But again, the strangest part of the whole video, and I've went through this entire video a number of times, was this section about I guess it's about a minute into, a little over a minute into it, a minute 5 or 6 seconds into it, where you see this happening. It looks like there's something right here and right here. And how is this happening? What was causing this to happen? It's just incredible to me, the entire thing. I don't know what to say about it. It's very strange. I don't have an answer for it. But based on what happened in the Las Vegas incident, we know that there's alien creatures do use cloaking some part.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the love.
Just can't see it. It's cloaked, so no. I mean, I don't know. It could be. This person who filmed it, Jeff, has no explanation for it. He said he never saw anything like it in his life, and listened to that video. And I don't know what to say about it myself, other than I've never seen anything like this in my life either. I can't explain it. I don't know what's happening here or how it happened, unless it's some sort of a hoax. But based on what I see from this guy's channel, it's not someone who's posting stuff on here regularly. Every few years, it seems, he posts something.
I'm heading to Brigham City where I work.
What was in the tree? He was saying it sounded to him like it was gorillas fighting in the tree branches. But when you watch that video closely, you don't see anything. You can't see any sort of creatures whatsoever. You see a lot of it, but what's causing it, I don't know. But this point right here is this section.
What part of Africa?
Right here.
Are you from?
I don't know if that's a branch like back or if it's something else that's moving that's invisible. I don't know.
Why are we slowing
It looks
down?
like there could be something here, like an invisible kind of life is imitating art, because that's what really is happening here. If this is the case, in this case here, and if you look at other cases like the Vegas case, Jan McElhenney case, whatever case you want to talk about, it seems like there are creatures
Going
here
to
on
Brigham
this planet
City
that have the
to my
ability
job.
make themselves invisible. I think we might be seeing that here. Although I'm at a loss to understand how something very large could be in these tree branches that was that toward the very top of this tree. And this is a very, very, if you look at that picture, this is a very tall tree. This is they're very top. How does this happen? How is it possible for something? But obviously something was there in the tree, like different parts of the tree, and so that was something was causing it to shift, right? And that person had no explanation for it. Is it plausible? Yes, I think it is. Cloaked entity of some sort. What kind of entity? I don't know. But this part of the video right here is very mystifying. It's no explanation for it. Over and over and over again.
Thank you.
I don't know what's happening. I just see a lot of movement, but I don't see any sort of creature of any sort. Not even a raccoon. what to say about this one. It's just very strange, and I think maybe more investigation is necessary. But I'm not sure if we're ever going to figure this one out because I don't think there's enough information in the video. I've been looking at it closely, a lot of different sections of it. Magnifying glass, I can't see anything in there.
It was a clear field.
Unless it's some sort of an elaborate hoax where maybe there was somebody with wires or cables pulling on it, but even that, I mean, it would have taken a lot of power to cause entire sections of that tree to come falling down like that. And then right toward the very end of the video, as you saw, the whole thing is shaking. Anyway, I'm going to leave a link to this YouTube channel so you can check it out for yourself and see. Their comments are turned off for most of this person's videos. So I don't know how to reach out to this person. I would love to talk to them, find out more about this incident. Maybe there is an answer. I think he would have provided an answer on his channel. There is an answer for this. I don't know what I'm seeing,
What?
how that's possible.
I'm not white.
Something is either in the tree
I'm
walking
American.
around at this point.
I'm not white. I'm American, but I'm Hispanic, Latino. Yeah, what about the white people in Africa? Something happened to them. Sure, yeah, you can tell me. I'm always interested in stuff that's going on.
There's more investigation is needed than I thought I would find out. Okay, moving on. I wanted to talk about
No,
it's not over yet.
like on the news or
Wait, orb sightings.
I don't watch news.
Worldwide. All over the place. I mean, you can check if you go on Reddit or Twitter X, any place on YouTube, so many different channels are showing so many different videos. Okay, for instance, here's a video this was posted on Twitter X. Concerned citizen.
Twitter,
He writes, what in the world is going on? Thousands of UAP/orb clips are getting a bit, are all getting a bit boring now, so am only sharing exceptionally weird ones, which this one is wild. Yeah, this is a very wild video. I don't know where this was filmed, but there's weird objects in the sky, as you can see right here, right there. I don't know what it is. Let's look at it. It says, and the writing underneath, somebody wrote, the drones are acting weird. They look like some kind of fish now. Yeah, they do look. And as you can see, the person who recorded it has no idea what's going on either. I'll play that one more time. What is that?
what is that? So what's going on with the people in
the
Africa?
world is going on?
I mean, that doesn't look like your traditional drone whatsoever. Okay, and let's check out some more weird videos. Here's one from that was posted by Just at Kobe for 3. The source is Matrix Music. Location: Danson Park, London, UK. This just happened on just recently. Blue UAP orb seen leaving the area over the ridge. The witness said the orb came into the area at great speed and stopped over the ridge, which is when he started recording. You can see the orb. You can see the orb hover with no visible means of propulsion and exit the area. So let's check out this video.
Casey doesn't want to tell me.
Oh my gosh! Yo! Oh my! Oh my gosh! Yo! So apparently, that blue object came flying flying in there, stopped just in midair like that, and then just went down. So people are so orbs are still a thing right now too. People seem to forget about that. I know a lot of debunkers want to keep the focus on the drones, but again, we have to wonder why are the drones up there in the first place. And speaking of drones, I saw a picture of a very large one today. And this is another one from just at Kobe for 3. And this was in New Jersey. Location, Bergen County, New Jersey. A UFO UAP drone flying low and extremely slow over a residential area. And he writes, they lie to the public and trying to make us believe these are hobbyist drones. Look at the size of this thing. It's not a plane as it's flying too low to even fly at all. This is either Black Project technology or it's NHI technology, but it definitely leans more toward human-made technology. Well, I don't know what it is, but what's your guess here? I don't know. This thing is very large, as you see. Look at the size of this drone. Look at that. That is extremely large. It's the size of an SUV floating up there. And it's not no plane. Look at this square, lots of lights on it flashing around. What is it? Why is it there? Who knows? Is it because of all the orbs that people are seeing? Could be. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, is it a deterrent? Are we in a war with aliens and these drones are necessary as some sort of a deterrent force? Or is it as a subterfuge to send up a bunch of drones and say, yeah, you're just seeing drones, even though there's a bunch of orbs up there too. Mix it all up. And then everyone starts feeling stupid when they talk about UFOs again. So let's reignite the stigma all over again. Maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Business owners need Progressive Insurance. They make it easy to get discounts on commercial auto insurance and find coverages to grow with your business. Quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
More rewards, more savings. With American Express Business Gold, earn up to $395 back in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select shipping, food delivery, and retail subscription merchants, including the $155 Walmart Plus monthly membership credit and $240 flexible business credit. Enjoy the benefits of membership with the Amex Business Gold Card. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card, built for business by American Express.
Okay, also I want to talk about today, I just want to point out the sad passing of former President Jimmy Carter Sunday, 100 years old, and what a person he was, what a great humanitarian he really was. And also, he was a president who said he was going to reveal to the world all the UFO information, all the assumed office that never really happened, and nobody knows why. He went on to say that he didn't really believe in aliens and stuff like that, but how do we know he was being truthful about that? We do all know about the story, which I did talk about once before, that he cried when he was briefed about the UFO situation when he was president. And we really don't know if that's his true story or not. It's anecdotal. There have been talks about this. I think it's probably true. He wanted to release UFO files and he never was able to do it for whatever reason, whatever he was told. Apparently, the head of the CIA at that time, George H.W. Bush, met with him. Other people met with him apparently as well. And whatever happened, whatever he was told, he never was able to deliver on that promise. But he did file a UFO report in 1973, and that was for something that happened that he saw along with a bunch of other people in Georgia back in 1969. He saw some weird object, multicolored lights on it. He didn't know where it was from, and it was just a UFO. There was no. He didn't believe it was aliens, but he could account for it. Nobody could. And he did file a report on that at the time. He's gone. I was always hoping that maybe he would offer more of what he knew before he passed away, but that's obviously not going to happen. And we don't know what he was told or whether even if that story was true about his briefing he did make statements to the effect that he can't talk about certain things because it would affect national security. That was about as far as it went with him. But it is a sad moment in time that Jimmy Carter has passed. He was a great humanitarian. I mean, he was still helping build houses for age in his late 90s. It's incredible the things that this guy did. And unfortunately, he never was able to deliver with his promise to release all the UFO files while he was in office from 1977 through 1981. But maybe we'll get it with the next president. Who knows? Maybe Donald Trump will tell us all we need to know. Maybe he'll be the president that finally ends this cover-up. Who knows? Or who knows? Maybe we'll be waiting another 50 years. Who knows? I have no idea the way things. I honestly I don't think that the government's ever going to tell us the truth. Not willingly. I don't know. Maybe a president has that power to do it. I don't know. I mean, Trump was in office before for 4 years. I don't know. We didn't get anything then, or cut their tongues somehow. I think all presidents are told something, a little bit of information, but whatever that information is, they just cannot share that information with the public for whatever reason. I think they're all told something. I don't think they're told everything. They're told something about it. You would have to believe that if you're the president of the United States, you need to know something about this, right? You need to know something about it. And I think that's probably what happens, and they're just compelled not to say anything after they're told whatever they're told. That could be what the case is too. As you can probably tell, I'm still ill after almost 2 weeks now. I think I'm almost better, hopefully. I thought I was getting better a few days ago, then I had a relapse. But I think I'm starting to get better again. Hopefully there's not another relapse. But I'm fighting through it. Hopefully things are going to be okay from this point on, I hope. We shall see. Anyway, one other thing I want to talk about before I end today's show. I want to go over some of the recent Spotify polls. And I want to start with, I think I covered this one already, but we'll catch up on it. This was for the episode Establishment Hacks Blame the Public Stupidity for UFO and Drone Sightings. I asked this question: why do so many members of the establishment media elect to ignore the hard evidence that proves there's an alien presence on Earth? There's 42 votes so far with 19 days left. And let's see. One person, 2.4%, say access concerns. They enjoy the access they have with the Pentagon, so that's why the MID decides to not not burn any bridges and just go along with the Pentagon lying about this. Why not? I mean, it makes it so much easier if you're in the mainstream news. If you're a mainstream news outlet, you just go along with whatever the Pentagon says, and then you print it basically as if you're press relations, and then you move on, and then you have access to them as you continue. So that could be. I think that's what Stephen Greenstreet does with the New York Post, as I said before. 2 people, or 4.8%, say some are hybrids. Basically, some are alien hybrids. Maybe that's possible too. If researchers like David M. Jacobs are correct, that means that there are alien hybrids among us, living among us right now, and we don't know who they are because they look just like us. And maybe some of these people in the mainstream news are alien hybrids too. Okay, let's move on here. 5 people, or 11.9%, say laziness. Yes, it could be because they're just lazy. They're not interested in digging in and trying to do the research that's necessary to break.
Hold up 1 second.
So that could be part of it for sure. 6 people or 14.3% say stupidity. Yes, there are a lot of stupid people in the mainstream news when it comes to this especially when it comes to this subject. They're always failing the intelligence tests when it comes to UFOs. Like if you were to give them a test on this, they have no idea even what you're talking about, because they never like took 10 minutes out of their lives to study the phenomenon whatsoever. So yeah, it could be just pure stupidity. 7 people or 16.7% say they're brainwashed. Yes, a lot of people are brainwashed when it comes to this subject because of all the propaganda over the years, and there's a stigma that created the stigma, and they're brainwashed into thinking it's all absurd and silly. So yeah, that could be part of it too. 9 people or 21.4% say money. Yes, money talks, and so money could be a factor for sure. And then the majority of people, 28.6% say other. Okay, I don't know what other is, but there could be other reasons. Who knows why so many members of the establishment media elect to ignore the hard evidence. For instance, they won't look at the Vegas alien stuff. They won't. A lot of them won't. But because they don't want to rock the boat too much for whatever reason. Okay, for the episode Alien Hybrids Living Among Us Pose Gargantuan Problems, I asked this question: do you believe there are alien hybrids living among us right now? 58 votes so far. Wow, this one's close.
Yeah.
Okay, 27 people or 46.6% say no, while 31 people or 53.4% say yes. That's a tough one. And I deliberately didn't have a maybe on there because it's either yes or no. I mean, do you believe there are alien hybrids living among us right now? I think that there are. I think that I know that there are aliens here, and I would imagine that they have some sort of a hybrid living among us right now. Maybe that explains the Men in Black. I mean, there are just so many different possibilities here. Yes, I do think that there's probably some creatures among us that look just like human beings, but are not, and are actually alien, or at least half alien, and are basically serving as some sort of spy or something, right? In our society. Yes, I think it's possible. I think it's true. Yes, I think that there probably are I think there are alien hybrids living among us. I think Jacobs is right about that. Yes. Okay, for the episode Operation Cattle Mutilation. Who or what is responsible for cattle mutilations? 35 votes so far with 23 days left. Okay, let's see. 0 people say satanic cults. So there you go with your satanic cults. I know a lot of people out there want to say satanic cults, but guess what? People who participated in this poll so far say no. 0 people are saying satanic cults. 1 person or 2.9% says other. Another 1 person or 2.9% says wild animal predators. That's another common excuse along with these satanic cults. Another 1 person or 2.9% says destructive teenagers. Yeah, teenagers are going in there with laser surgery, performing laser surgery on cows in the middle of the night and draining their blood and using them for God knows what and leaving no evidence whatsoever. So 1 person believes that's what's responsible for the cattle mutilations, destructive teenagers.
That's funny.
Okay, another 1 person or 2.9% say government agents. Government agents are responsible. The government's doing this. The federal government, by the way, that doesn't want anyone to believe that there's any sort of extraterrestrial. They tell us all the time there's absolutely no proof whatsoever of NHI extraterrestrials. There's nothing to be worried about. Nothing. They have nothing. But it's the same time. Some people believe that government agents are responsible for the cattle mutilations in an effort to make people believe that there are aliens are here and that they are the ones doing it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to you. I don't know. Okay, 3 people or 8.6% say hoaxers. There are people pulling hoaxes out there somehow. I don't know what kind of hoax that would be. Butchering a cow like that and somehow stealing the blood and body parts, shaving body parts off using laser technology and cauterized wounds and all that kind of thing. And I don't know, removing the tongue and the gallbladder and coring out the rectum for reasons unknown with lasers. I don't know, laser instruments. I can't imagine, but some people think that that's what it could be, hoaxers. People have been pulling hoaxes since the late 1960s. They never got caught. None of these hoaxers or destructive teenagers or satanic cults, none of the government agents, none of those people ever got caught after all of these decades. But vast majority of people who responded, 28 or 80%, say extraterrestrial / NHIS. To me, at this point, it is a intelligence test. At this point, if you can't see it, the evidence is all out there. It's been laid out. You can check out the historical reports for this. If you still come up with other explanations, then you're failing the intelligence test. That's how I see
that
it.
goes there.
That's where that's my opinion.
Yeah, it does.
And that's same thing with the Vegas aliens. At this point, if you haven't spent the time studying that case, right, and looking at all of the evidence, and realizing that something definitely happened there, proves that there's beings here that are non-human, and they have obviously technology that exceeds anything that we have. If you're looking at that and you still can't see it after all the stuff, I mean, I'm not talking about people that look at it for 5 minutes, because that happens. You know, there's some people that come to my channel, they'll look at one video for 5 minutes and say, I don't see anything, right? Okay, I get it. That person has not put in the time. You got to put in the time, right? And you'll walk away after you put in the time. You'll walk away knowing that it's absolutely real, right? A lot of people who follow my channel regularly know this at this point. But again, at this point, it's an intelligence test. If somehow you absorbed all of the information with regard to the Las Vegas alien incident, right? If you absorbed that, studied all of the different elements to that story, not just the video itself, but all the different elements, and you still walk away unconvinced, well, you're failing the intelligence test. There's some sort of mental block that you have. I'm sorry to tell you. That's just the way it is, unfortunately for you. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for joining me. Until next time.
Really?
Go further with the
Oakley dokley. This is where I'm getting off. I was just finishing that. Hasta mañana.